Glamping and unique stays are an amazing way to have some fun, enjoy what you do, and to make money. But you already have a full-time job. Can you start a glamping business on the side while continuing to work your full 9-to-5 job? In today's video, I'm gonna tell you if it can be done, and if so, how it can be done. Let's dive right into the video. Before we get started, special thank you to Hakel. They left a comment asking this exact question, and that inspired this video. Be sure to leave a comment if you have any questions for me. I respond to all of them. Can a glamping business be done on the side? The answer is absolutely yes, but you need to be realistic with yourself, and that is the overarching theme of this video. You need to be realistic and you need to be honest with yourself. The first thing I would tell somebody if you're gonna start a unique stay or a glamping business on the side while working a full-time job is to not bite off more than you can chew. Start off small. What you really are doing here is seeing, can this actually grow into something? Can this be something that I should pour more of my time and effort into? So I would recommend starting off small, whether that be in your own backyard if you have a large piece of land, starting off with a tent rather than building a $10,000 or $20,000 dome, starting off with a $3,000 or $4,000 tent, those types of things that would allow you to get a proof of concept. You should first find out if this is a viable business for you financially and also mentally. Does this make financial sense? Do you believe that, this is something that you could grow? The more that you put your effort into it, do you think that you're getting the proper return on your investment of your own time? And also mentally, is this really a business for you? Is this really something you want to get into? When you do a glamping business, in reality, it's hospitality, and hospitality is serving. Do you believe that you can truly be a servant to others and make sure that they get the best stay and have the best time at your glamp site? These are all of the things that I would highly recommend you find out when you start off small. So see this as a trial period. Whether the business fails or you realize that glamping really just isn't for you or serving others really isn't for you, that's a-okay because you have that full-time job to rely on. But if you realize as you're going through this trial period that this is something that's awesome and you really want to dive into, then you can give a bit more of your effort and your time into it and allow it to grow over time. One of the most important things in starting a glamping business as a side job is location. I know that doesn't sound like it makes sense, but follow me here. As we all know in real estate, location, it is key. And also in these types of businesses, time is the most expensive thing here. I speak to a lot of people who run glamp sites all the time. One of the biggest things they tell me is how much time it takes driving to the glamp site, turning over the glamp site, cleaning it, getting it ready for the next guest. If anything does go awry, the time it takes to drive over there, fix whatever the issue is, and head back to their house. So if you're starting a glamping business on the side, be sure that the location of your glamp site is extremely close to you. It's gonna save you a ton of time having to drive back and forth, and it's gonna make the business much easier for you to run, especially as your time is extremely important. You already are supposed to be giving 40, 50, 60 hours at your original 9-to-5. So anytime after the fact could go to your glamp site as well as your personal mental health. So start your glamp site extremely close to you, as close as you can. Another thing I want you to keep in mind is be realistic with the income that you'll receive from your glamp site. Don't get funny when you start doing the math and just start thinking you're gonna have 100% occupancy. Don't go 30 times 100 trying to see how much you'll make in a month. That's just not realistic, especially with the fact that you're just starting off. You are just learning how these types of businesses run, and you also don't have enough time. You don't have the time to be able to pack in every night. So be realistic with your income. You're trying to run this as a side job, so expect side job or side gig money from it. Again, you're just testing the waters here. If you do believe that it is something that you can go further in, then you can start pouring in more effort, and I promise you the amount of income that you'll receive from it will slowly start to increase as well. But be realistic as you start off. A great way of being able to run a glamp site with limited time and limited resources is getting help, increasing the amount of physical people, the amount of physical labor that you have. So if you're running a glamp site and you have a 9-to-5 job, maybe your friend, your cousin, a family member is willing to pitch in, become a business partner, etc. So at that point, if you're only able to give 20 hours a week to running this operation and they give 20 hours a week into running the operation, At that point, you have 40 hours, a regular work week, and it's almost like you have one individual giving their full amount of time. It's a great hack, and it's a great way to be able to boost the efficiency of what's getting put into this business. Also, again, these businesses aren't easy. I say that all the time, and I really want to drill that in. So if you do have assistance from others, it'll make it so much easier for you to run. As you're going through this process, be sure to keep your eyes on the prize. A starving artist is just that, starving. So remember, this isn't giving you your main source of income. I promise you running a Glamp site is going to be funner than any other business or any other job that you're currently doing. But don't get lost in the sauce. Remember that if you're an accountant, a marketer, whatever you're doing in your day-to-day, be sure to continue to give your all in that, because that will allow you to fund your Glamp site, okay? I don't want you guys to get rosy-eyed and kind of slack off at work or whatever you do, and all of a sudden, you need to turn this into a full-time gig because you no longer have your true full-time gig. I always say that this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It takes time to build these things up to a point where they're self-sufficient and they can truly start paying your bills. So keep your day jobs, all right, guys, if that is what you need to do. So there you go, guys. That's just a couple of quick tips and tricks to start a Glamp site while continuing to work your full-time job. Is there any tips that I didn't think of? I don't think I'm the smartest person out there. I love that you guys are leaving a ton of comments on my videos and helping out the channel. So let me know if there's anything that I missed down in the comments below. Let me know if you disagree with me. I respond back to every one of my comments. So let's talk about it. Before I get out of here, I just want to say that you don't need to actually own land to start a Glamp site. That's another way of hacking your way into this and getting it up and running quicker. If you want to see a full video about how to start a Glamp site without owning any land, check out the video on the screen right now.